Think back to when you were 10 years old. A single summer vacation felt like an absolute eternity. Entire lifetimes happened between June and September. You built forts, you got bored, you stared at the ceiling, and time just stood still. But now, look at your calendar. New Year's Day happens, you blink twice, and suddenly it's autumn. Weeks evaporate into months, and years vanish like smoke. If you're over the age of 30, you know this exact feeling. Time is speeding up. But the physics of the universe hasn't changed. A minute still contains exactly 60 seconds. The Earth still rotates at the exact same velocity. The acceleration isn't happening out there in the cosmos. It's happening entirely inside the wet, dark processing units between your ears. Your internal frame rate is dropping. Mechanical engineering professor Adrian Bejan discovered that mind time and clock time are two completely distinct phenomena. Clock time moves linearly, but mind time is determined entirely by the rate at which your brain perceives changes in images. When you are a child, your brain is like a brand new high-speed camera. Your neural pathways are pristine, short, and highly conductive. Because the physical distance your electrical signals have to travel is tiny, a child's brain can process an enormous amount of visual images per second. To that child, because there are so many mental frames packed into a single second of clock time, the experience itself physically stretches out. The mind simply has more data to live through. But as we age, two physical changes occur inside our neural architecture. Our brains grow larger, and our pathways degrade. The electrical signals have a physically longer distance to travel, and the highways of your mind begin to accumulate resistance. Your eyes collect information through rapid, involuntary microjerks called saccades. Several times every single second, your eyes snap to a new target, pause for a millisecond to absorb the image, and move on. In a young brain, that processing pause is instant. But in an older adult brain, it takes a fraction of a millisecond longer to transmit that visual data across its worn-out networks. Because each frame takes longer to process, an adult brain takes fewer mental photographs per second. You are literally viewing your life at a lower frame rate. And just like a video playing at a low frame rate, when you look back at what happened, everything appears to blur past much faster. This biophysical slowdown is made exponentially worse by routine. Your brain is a highly efficient prediction machine designed to conserve energy. When you are young, everything is new. Novelty forces your brain into overdrive, recording every unexpected detail with maximum resolution. But think about adult life. You drive the exact same route to work. You sit at the exact same desk. You eat the exact same lunch. When your brain encounters a highly predictable environment, it switches directly into low-power standby mode. It says, "I've seen this 1,000 times. Stop recording." It actively stops writing new data to your long-term memory and just copy-pastes your past experiences to fill in the blanks. This creates what neuroscientists call cognitive erasure. When you look back at a standard, highly routine adult month, your memory drive is almost completely empty. Because nothing novel happened, your brain compresses 4 weeks of clock time into a single, tiny data point. To your conscious mind, that month took 0 time to pass. You are quite literally sleeping through your waking life because your brain is trying to save energy by ignoring a repetitive world. To slow down the clock, you must force your brain's internal frame rate back up. You do this by systematically and aggressively introducing novelty into your daily existence. Break the prediction algorithms of your mind. Take a completely different route home from work, even if it takes 10 minutes longer. Rearrange your environment. Learn a complex physical skill that forces your hands and eyes to coordinate in ways they never have before. When you introduce physical change, you force your sluggish adult brain to wake up, turn its recording systems back on, and drop its energy-saving shortcuts. You cannot change the physical aging of your neural highways. But you can absolutely control the richness of the data you feed through them. Stop giving your mind a predictable world to ignore. The next time you feel a week vanishing in a blink, remember that your brain is just waiting for something worth capturing. Stop living on copy-paste. Force your mind to record. Slow the world down by stepping outside the loop.